Visual effects, VFX, is the process of creating or manipulating imagery using digital technology to create or enhance visual elements in films, television shows, video games, and other forms of media. VFX is a broad field that encompasses a wide range of techniques and technologies, and the specific process for creating VFX can vary depending on the project and the desired outcome. However, here's a general overview of how VFX is typically done. Pre-production. The VFX process usually starts during pre-production, when the filmmakers and VFX artists work together to plan and design the visual effects for the project. This involves storyboarding, concept art, and pre-visualization, pre-vis, which is a rough animated version of the scene to help visualize how the final VFX will look. Production. During production, the live-action footage is shot on set or in a green screen environment, depending on the requirements of the VFX shots. The live-action footage serves as the foundation for the VFX work. Data acquisition. VFX artists may also capture additional data on set, such as camera tracking data, 3D scans of props or actors, or reference photographs to help with the integration of the VFX elements into the live-action footage. Post-production. Once the live-action footage is shot, it goes into post-production, where the VFX work begins in earnest. This typically involves several stages, including a. Pre-visualization. The pre-vis created during pre-production is refined and used as a blueprint for the VFX shots. This can involve creating more detailed 3D animations or simulations to help plan the VFX elements. b. 3D modeling. VFX artists create 3D models of the virtual objects, characters, or environments that will be added to the live-action footage. These models are typically created using specialized 3D software and can be based on concept art, reference photographs, or 3D scans. c. Animation. The 3D models are animated to move and interact with the live-action footage. This can involve keyframe animation, where the VFX artist manually animates the 3D model, or motion capture, where the movements of real actors are recorded and applied to the 3D models. d. Texturing and shading. VFX artists add textures and shaders to the 3D models to give them realistic or stylized appearances. This can involve painting textures or using procedural techniques to simulate materials like metal, wood, or fabric. e. Lighting and rendering. Virtual lights are placed in the 3D scene to mimic the lighting of the live-action footage. The 3D scene is then rendered, which involves calculating the final images or sequences of images from the 3D models, textures, shaders, and lighting information. f. Compositing. The rendered VFX elements are combined with the live-action footage using compositing software. This can involve techniques such as chroma keying, replacing the green or blue screen with the VFX elements, rotoscoping, manually creating masks to isolate the VFX elements, and integrating the VFX elements with the live-action footage to create a seamless final image. The completed VFX shots are then combined with other post-production elements, such as sound design, color grading, and music, to create the final version. It's important to note that VFX is a highly collaborative process that involves a team of skilled artists and technicians, including VFX supervisors, VFX artists, 3D modelers, animators, texture artists, compositors, and others, who work together to bring the creative vision to life. The specific tools, software, and techniques used in the VFX process can vary depending on the project's requirements and the preferences of the VFX team. Common software used in VFX production includes Autodesk Maya, Adobe After Effects, Nuke, Houdini, and others. VFX artists use a wide range of techniques and technologies to achieve the desired visual effects, such as creating realistic or fantastical creatures, environments, explosions, visual enhancements, and other visual elements that may be difficult or impossible to capture in camera during live-action filming. VFX is often used to enhance storytelling, create visually stunning visuals, or achieve practical and cost-effective solutions for complex scenes. In summary, VFX is a multi-step process that involves planning, data acquisition, 3D modeling, animation, texturing and shading, lighting and rendering, compositing, review, and final output. This may involve creating concept art, storyboarding, and pre-visualization, to map out how the VFX elements will fit into the overall visual storytelling. Data acquisition. VFX artists may capture additional data on set to aid in the creation of VFX elements. 3D modeling. VFX artists create 3D models of the virtual elements that will be integrated into the live-action footage. Animation. Once the 3D models are created, they are animated to bring them to life. Texturing and shading. VFX artists add textures and shaders to the 3D models to give them realistic or stylized appearances. Textures are like digital skins that add color, patterns, and details to the 3D models, while shaders control how the surfaces of the models react to light, such as simulating reflections or translucency. Lighting and rendering. Virtual lights are placed in the 3D scene to simulate the lighting of the live-action footage. The 3D scene is then rendered, which involves using computer algorithms to calculate the final images or sequences of images from the 3D models, textures, shaders, and lighting information. This process can be computationally intensive and time-consuming, as it requires generating high-quality visuals with realistic lighting and shadows. Compositing. The rendered VFX elements are then combined with the live-action footage using compositing software. This involves layering and blending the various elements together, and applying visual effects such as color grading, depth of field, and other adjustments to achieve a seamless integration of the VFX elements into the live-action footage. Review and revisions. The VFX shots are reviewed by the filmmakers, and revisions may be made based on feedback. Final output. Once the VFX shots are approved, they are rendered at the final resolution and quality and integrated into the final edit of the project. The completed VFX shots are then combined with other post-production elements, such as sound design, music, and visual effects, to create the final version of the media project. It is constantly evolving with advancements in technology, and VFX artists continue to push the boundaries of what is possible to create stunning visual effects that captivate audiences around the world. Thanks for watching.